Good day, everyone. Um, on this particular um, video, I'll be discussing to you guys the basic of MS Excel or a spreadsheet. Okay, and I would like to inform you that this video is designed for beginners in MS Excel. What I'm going to discuss today is just the basic of Microsoft Excel, right? So, what is an Excel, all right? Excel is actually it is a composition of so many cells, right? And if we are to use MS Excel, we are good as we are trying to create a spreadsheet. And a spreadsheet is quite impossible without formulas. And that's the main purpose of MS Excel, right? If you are a teacher, you can use MS Excel for your grading system, right? If you are a businessman, you can use Excel for your financial statements. And it is going to be a lot easier if you'll be using Excel for your business, right? In computing for the gross profit, the net income, and everything about business. All right. So that's it. And how to start Excel, and how is the working area of Excel, how it looks like. That's I'm going to discuss. And what are the things that we need to know if we are first time in using Excel. Okay? So again and again, it depends upon the setup of your computer unit or laptop. Most of the time, in your desktop, you can see Excel. In my case, in my laptop, I have here an icon for MS Excel. I could start in here. I can double click this one and open Excel. And you can pin this to our taskbar for you to see your Excel icon in here. So in my case also, I did have an Excel icon in my taskbar. So I can use also this icon to start up Excel. You can even start in here, the start button, right? It depends upon you. And you can search for Excel in here. But in my case, I used to start Excel here on my taskbar. So I have to double click this one and wait for several seconds, right? And here I'll just click close button. And to start with Excel, there are some default positions, right? You can even study Excel by the application itself. We have here take a tour, and you can even see tutorials for formula making, pivot table, right? Power query, and everything, pie charts, right? Even calendar and everything, right? So for the sake of my discussion, I'll be clicking this blank workbook. Okay. By the way, what is the difference between workbook and worksheet or spreadsheet? A workbook, which it is in my screen now, right? This is a workbook, and a workbook is composed of several worksheets. Okay, so here, look at this. Please follow my mouse pointer. This is my workbook, and the default name and the name of this workbook is book 1. You can rename this one. All right, you can click file, all right, or you can go to here. This is what access toolbars, shortcuts, and the same with MS Word. These are what the control menu bars. You can minimize, you can restore, you can maximize, and you can close the button, or you can save your files in here by going to the access toolbars, or you can even there's so many in here. You can click file and look for save. That's it. It's still okay. And these are actually ribbons or toolbars wherein you can use under home. When you click insert tab, you can then see ribbons for insert tab. right? And when you click page layout, you can see ribbons for page layout, and you can use all of that uh, for your workbook or worksheet, right? And so on and so forth. Okay, so for now we'll just make use of our home tab, and at any time of the moment we can use, you know, the different toolbars under the ribbon of home tab. Okay, so it's in here. I only have one worksheet, and the name is sheet 1. Okay, so you can add another worksheet by just clicking this plus button. When you click this one, then I can have sheet 2. I have sheet 1, I have sheet 2. I can even add more. It depends, right? So you can rename this one. Just right click sheet 1 and look for rename. And you can rename this one as sample uh, number 1. Okay, same with sheet 2. You can rename it. It depends, but experts in Excel suggested that your worksheet name should be in parallel with the content of your sheet, right? So in this particular screen, what I'm trying to point out is, in a single workbook you can have several worksheets. Okay, so if you are a teacher, for example, and you are using Excel as your grading system, okay, you can create a single workbook for your grading system, named it as grading system, and in here you can use these worksheets as your subjects. You can have it here: Filipino, PE, English, math, and so on and so forth. Okay, so meaning in one workbook it comprises all your subjects in that particular school year. Are you following? Okay, so that's it. And then I would like to share this, that I'll be using my sample one, and this is now my worksheet sample one, and this is the working area of my worksheet. I can do anything in here. Okay, all right. So this is my working area. If my intention is to create a grading system, I can do it now in here, right? So, and I'd love to share with you that look at this. These are actually what? Column letters. Okay, column letters in here. This is column A, this is column B, this is column C, this is column, and so on and so forth. And these are actually row numbers: row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. Okay, so an intersection between a row and a column is a cell. Are you following? So meaning an intersection between column D and row 5, this one is actually a cell pointer. All right, and if you look at this in here, this is actually the name box. All right, name box. Whatever is the placement of your cell pointer, name box reveal it. Okay, now you are at the intersection of I and 9, and look at the name box. It displays the name of this active cell. Wherever is your cell pointer, that is also considered as an active cell. And at any time of the moment, if you include anything, that will be stored at that particular cell. Okay, so for example, we'll try going to G7. So G7, that's it. And if I am going to type Junel, press enter K. Junel is located at G7, and whatever content of G7, okay, whatever content of cell G7, that will be displayed in here at formula bar. This is the formula bar. It reveals the content of your cell. Okay, so that's it. And if I am going to be at D3, my name box mentioned D3, but I don't have any content on my formula bar. Why? Because it's empty. The journal is located at G7. Alright? G7. So it's in here. That's the story. Now, next question. How to move your cell pointer from one cell to another? Okay? How to move. Now, assuming your cell pointer is here at B3, and at the same time this is an active cell. Alright? In fact, our name box or cell reference is pointing at B3. If you want to move this cell pointer at any part of your worksheet, you can make use of the arrow key. Down arrow key, right? Right arrow key, up arrow key, right? Left arrow key. That's it. Or in going down, assuming you are at D10, okay, look at the name box or the reference box. If you're at D10 and you want to move down at D11, you can press enter key also. That's it. That's okay. Or you can press arrow key down. Okay? That's it. So take note, do not be confused with ImEastWord because the storing of data in ImEastWord is whole. Wherever your cursor is, then that will also be the place wherein you will be placing your encoded text. But in Excel, you'll be storing your text or data per cell. Okay, so that's it. Now, that's how to move. You can use arrow keys or you can press enter key. Right? So, how to select a cell? How to select a cell? For example, you wanted to go at M1. Now, to go to M1, you can either go to by using arrow key and point your cell pointer to M1. That's how to select a cell. You're now selecting M1 cell. Or you can use the mouse. Okay, look at this. If I am going to be at L11, so I'm trying to use my mouse pointer. If I'm going to be at H11, I'll have to move my mouse pointer here and click. And then I am here at H11. That's how to select a cell, right? And to select more cells, for example, right? This is single cell. But if you wanted to select more than one cells, you can click in here and drag, meaning click the left mouse button, hold on, and drag to the right or drag to the left. You're good as you're trying to select several cells. Alright? Or you can even click column M and you are trying to select the entire column. Or you can click the row number 8, and you're trying to select the entire row number 8. Okay, so that's the steps in selecting a several cells. Now, how to enter data? All right, how to enter data? Simple. Number one, select your desired cell. Now, if you want to be at D4 and place your name in there, then you can do it. Okay, so my name now is being placed at D4 now, and you can say my name, and it's what it is going out of D4. It's okay because A4 is not being used, so I was able to display the entire name. But in case your E4 is being utilized by any data, for example, my address na Ilon, Bugo, City Cebu, then when you press enter K, I cannot see anymore my entire name because the cell A4 is being used. Alright? So you can address you can increase the size of the column, right? You can point your mouse pointer in here in between D and E and drag to the left, to the right, and release. Then you are able to see the entire data day 4 after increasing the width. Okay, so that's it. The storing of data in a worksheet is per C, and anything that you are typing in is being displayed at formula bar. Okay, so that's it. Now, how to propagate cell contents. For example, you want to have a series of Jonel de Hilig from row 4 up to row 20. How to do that? Um, First is point your mouse pointer at day 4, right? And look for fill handler. Fill handler is located at the lower right corner of a cell pointer. Now, this is a cell pointer, and this is what? Fill handler. You know, your mouse is as thick as this cross, and when you are to point it to fill handler, it becomes a small plus sign, and you can drag it down, click your mouse button and drag, and then you are trying to propagate the contents. So for example here, if I am going to point my mouse pointer in here at fill handler and drag, clicking my left mouse pointer and hold on and release, I am now propagating the content of day 4. All right. Now, say for example, you wanted to have a series fill. When I say series fill, you'll be having numbers from 1 to 10. So all you have to do is to establish an interval between 1 and 2. The interval is 1. Highlight this thing. All right. Select this two, and then click this fill handler. Move down, and you are propagating the values and increasing it by 1 every time it goes down to the next level, right? So just establish an interval. When you say 1 and you're trying to have this 3, the interval is 2. When you select this one, right, and move down, you are trying to increase the value by 2. So the first two values of a number, when you are to propagate, is important. You have to establish interval. Okay, now next question. What if I want to move this one to another place? How to move, right? Step number 1, select this thing. Okay, how to select? Point your mouse pointer in here and drag. Okay, release. Point your mouse pointer it again, right click and look for cut. I'll repeat. Select, right click, select cut. And after clicking cut command, you can see the marching ants in here, meaning this is being selected. And look for your desired place. So if for example you want to place this one at B5, then click your mouse pointer in here and right click, look for paste. Okay, paste. And then you have here the new placement of your value. Right? That's how to move. If you want to move this one to another place again, right click, cut, and then select your desired place, press enter, or click copy or paste, and you are moving it now. Alright? Now, if you want to copy, for example, you want to copy this to have a 3 copies in here. So the same thing, select, drag, right click, instead of cut, you have to click copy. And then in here, right click, paste. Right click in here, paste. Right click, paste. And you are producing a lot of copies in here. Question: how to erase these marching ants? To erase these marching ants, you have to press escape key, EEC. It's located at the upper left corner of your keypad or keyboard. Press escape key and the marching ants are gone. Okay, so that's how to remove the marching ants. Now here, how to add or to insert a column. Say for example, you want to insert something in here, you want to insert column in between G and key. Now all you have to do is to click, point your mouse pointer at key, right click, right, and click insert. Then you're having a new column for your spreadsheet. If you want to insert something in between 7 and 8, click 7, right click and insert. And you are now trying to insert new row in here. And the same way, if you want to delete something, right? If you want to delete this one, Junel Lihili, all you have to do is to right click D and delete. And my names are gone. If you want to delete a row, for example, row 4, right click this one and click delete. And we don't have the content of row 4 anymore. Okay? So I think that's the basic of MS Excel, and for the formula I'll be posting separate video on this, all right, and I'll be discussing different formulas in the MS Excel. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you find it useful to the beginners in MS Excel, please click subscribe at this YouTube channel, and please share this to your classmates, to your friends, relatives, neighbors who are trying to look for MS Excel tutorials intended for the beginners. Thank you so much for now. God bless you.